The 61st episode of the IWAR Gold Strategy Workshop is here. I'm Matt Riley. Mike Hook is next to me, and we're going to start this in a second. But a little breaking news, IWA breaking news. This is now a collector's item. Not because it says Singa Lucha, but it does. But the IWA had the earth-shattering news that the Clemmer Belt Company, no more. So they are in the process of getting a new belt maker. Plaques are okay and fine, and there might be some other things coming up, but that's going to be an item. How many belts do you have, Mike?
I got two.
Just
got
two?
Well, I got a third one, and I gave it to my brother, and it was lost in a house fire. So there's two that exist.
Oh,
But
I
yeah, I
figured.
guess I could not give him a replacement ever. But
I figured you'd have like 30 for sure.
no, I passed on several.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, once you get a couple, like it's tough to display that many. So.
Yeah. Well, like I told IWA, if you get mini belts, very popular with collectors, easier to display.
Mm-hmm.
You can have a whole bunch of them,
Or foam belts.
Yes.
There.
That looks like the one. Is that the one?
That's one like they were looking at earlier. That's the world. The Intercontinental's on the other side.
Yeah, Scott and I had one when we lived in Georgia together, and we used to brawl throughout the apartment and have impromptu matches. It was kind of like Pink Panther, getting attacked by the bodyguard. All right, let me. So the 61st episode. Let me. How do I do this? Why is it not? Where is the share? No. I gotta find the. Oh. All right. Take it away, Mike.
Okay. Start by saying sorry about putting one of the wrong drops on last cycle. Hopefully everybody saw the update in the chat that fixed it. We'll say the one thing
plan.
though, no, the mistake did not cost a 501 because out of the options we had still on there was a 501. So it was there.
There you go.
And I know it was there because I took it twice and got gold fed in Women's World, so it was there. So, but yeah, my bad. Double checked everything this time, so we're good.
So here
Sorry
we
about
go.
that.
So,
all right. So let's go to the back because that's a tougher one this cycle. We finally broke the long streak of the 42s going to 44. In iron, we finally got a 41. So the safe assumption we would have went off was let's do 41s the rest of the cycle. But then they got us with 42 back in still. So is there a chance that we're going to kind of stagger between the two again? Maybe. Or is this just a one-off? That's also a maybe. I think I'm going to go with 41s in gold. Just because it looks like it could be a coin flip again. And 41 is typically the safer because the worst you can get is a 42. Likely the second's a 43. So we'll still do pretty good with the 41s. So I will lean a 41, but with what they've done, you can't roll out a 42 again. Yeah, so kind of where we're at, but it's the cycle with 90 at 45, so all 16 backs are a possibility. If you take it down to using the 41s, that goes from 16 to 8. So you kind of have to make that decision because you can't have 16 options on your backs. So, like I said, I think 41's probably the safer spot. If you're just dead inside and want to take 42s forever, you can and be right. But yeah, I'd go 41s. I feel like less risk of missing anything too big. So
should we ask if Chat GPT can pick us a good strategy yet?
Didn't somebody? I feel like somebody's already tried that.
I tried. I think it was
Or
Tom.
no, they tried to get it to write a commissioner report, right? Is that what somebody was doing something?
I had it write a couple of promos for me just to see if we
Okay,
could do it.
maybe
And
that
not
was
only
it.
did it do it, well, I'll say this: one of them it wrote very well. The other one was terrible. I had to like edit the hell out of it. But the one that I wrote for it wrote for Senior Lucha was spot on. And I think it's because the commands I gave it better, grounds to work with.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we'll see. All right, so now we're looking at 44.
Yep, we got to get a 44 and a 43. Let me make sure this one's updated.
Well, 44 1, 43 1, and 40.
Yeah, hold on. Let me put this one on here.
Oh, there you go. Aha.
So we're in one of these streaks of the 44-1 going here.
Mm-hmm.
You see, in the past, that's pretty common to happen. The one thing I'll point out, you see, we had it happen twice here, but it's still really rare that the 2 and the 2 will go.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to take it down from 8 backs to 6, you would eliminate 2.
Okay.
Get rid of the 2 and the 2. That's something I've kind of been doing, and it's not really hurt me. Especially in gold, it's not hurt. But even in the other ones, you see, most of my singles are these. I actually don't do any over here. But yeah, you see, it's not really hurt me that I keep cutting that one. Gives you a little bit of an advantage.
Yeah.
And you'll miss every once in a while, but overall, I'm getting at least one.
Well, look at that bronze. Oof, 44-2 for a while there. Oof.
Yeah, I haven't been probably 2 years or so. I've been in a bronze league, so it can do what it wants.
Yeah, boo, bronze, boo.
Yeah. I won too much there, so left.
Too much. Oh.
I did. If you look back, I think I won like 6 feds within 22 cycles or something.
Wow.
And 2 worlds, a couple other things.
I need to have that kind of problem. I need to be like, oh, Riley went fed again. Oh, 3 in a row.
I've not done it. I've not done it anywhere else since, but I did it there. All right. So we eliminate the 42 to go into 44. We eliminate 44-2, 43-2 being a combination, and we're down to 6 backs. At that point, it's honestly tempting just to stay with the 44-1 here. Kind of think it was one of the early things we talked about last year, but sometimes you just go until you're going to be wrong and accept when you're wrong. And it looks like these 44-1 streaks are one of those things.
Yeah.
And if you can be right like 9 out of 10 times with it, that's good.
Do you ever know?
I'll probably.
Do you ever notice that, like, we brought that bronze thing, the 44-2s? Do you ever notice that they will kind of borrow or reuse similar drop setups, like
Across like cycles or feds?
In fed, like
not too much. Like, yeah, if you look just back last cycle, complete opposite here of this one, and then this one was the same here. This one was the same here. But you go to the cycle before that, you see, you had the different here, but then the same 43 win at 3 in a row. But if you look at every one, something's different every time.
Okay.
Yeah, there's nothing like I tried to track if a 1 or a 2, but no, there wasn't any noticeable pattern.
Okay.
Everything's like 40-50%, but it's going to be that way when there's only 2 options. So yeah, unfortunately, not much to gain from looking at that. I feel like there's a better chance if you look at the individual one, kind of seeing how things balance out. Yeah. So we got what? 44 1, 43 2 is an option. 44 1, 43 1, and 44 2, 43 1.
Yeah.
If you want to commit to the 44 one, that takes away 2 more, and you'd be down to 4 backs, which is kind of where I want to get to.
Right. Make it as easy as possible.
So,
Or
yeah, I'll probably, like I said, I'll probably do that. There's also, like I said before, if it's the inverse of the 2 and the 2 going, it's really rare. So if you look at every other cycle, that means that one of the ones is typically a 45. So if you go 44 1, 43 1, you should have a great chance at getting at least 145.
okay, that's fair.
So that's a safe method. But odds are I'll probably stick with 4. So I think the next move I'd make is probably taking 44 1. I think I can talk myself into that. Looks like when this combination hits, it can go a couple in a row, so you could go with it again. But yeah, few options there. But yeah, I think I'll go 41s and probably 44 1. That's where I'll be, just to try to get that down. But yeah, even without picking here, we got 6 backs off of that. So the 6, 12, yeah, 17, technically 18 fronts. So if we have 6 backs, that's still 108 combinations. Yeah. So we can cut out 29, 27 because of last cycle gold and still of this cycle. So we had the overlap. We didn't get too much. 2 cycles ago, 29, 26. So that's gone. Iron was 27, 27. So unfortunately, it also did not help us much. It just took one single combination away.
Right.
26, 26 is an option. I'm still not going to take it again because, like I said, it's not common to see a double drop happen twice in a year.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not going to take it. Just so everybody's aware, though, it is an option. I just don't think it's very likely. Okay. So then we are down to 17. So there's the 17. One thing to point out, it's not been the best for us recently, but the 25 from 2 cycles ago, you see we've went 2 in a row without one hitting.
Right.
And for the most part, since we tracked it, 2 is kind of the point where hand switch. We had this one that got us with 3, but every other example has been 2. So I think to take the 17 down to a smaller number, I'm going to commit to taking one of the 25s from 2 cycles ago, which is holds 12 and 33. If we do that, you see we go 6 fronts. So 4 or 6 backs. If we get 4 backs, that gets us down to the 24.
Yeah.
So yeah, got to make a few bigger decisions to cut out a lot this cycle. There's definitely more options for us front and back. But yeah, a few things like picking a 44 or 43, going in on one of these 2 and deciding yes or no on the 25s 2 cycles ago gets you pretty far down.
Does the 25 in steel going to 28 affect you at all, or is it sort of like that?
No. I mean, worst case, it's a 30 to start with, so it's just going to mess with your flow a little bit. Could hurt you in multis, but they did. It's almost, I don't know if they intentionally do it, but like they didn't destroy tag and 6 because they put the other one to 29. So on a single strat, you were taking it anyway, so it didn't hurt you. And on multis, it's exactly the 30s were where you thought they would be because the other one went. So it's almost not noticeable. But yeah, I wouldn't be too worried. I don't have it, but I don't think like when one Fed has it happen, it goes the rest of them. It's just random that it'll happen.
Yeah.
Once or twice. When was the last time it even happened? Right here.
Twice in 4 cycles, and then
30.
not since.
Yeah. What's that?
Well, looking back there, it was twice in 4 cycles, and then not since.
Yeah. I don't. It's random. Just something they do every once in a while. Mix something up a little bit, but yeah, it's not gonna. You're taking it anyway, so could hurt your tag or 6, but you're not gonna not take it. It's in worst case, it's a 28, so you lose like 2 points off of a tag or a 6.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not that bad.
Nitty gritty.
Yeah. Oh, just to mention it because it's here and it's starting to get noticeable. The 28s, it's not in the 2 cycles ago 25, so I'm not really going to take it, but it has now been 26 cycles since it happened. We're definitely due for one in the next couple months, I would say.
Well, that's the question. What's the longest it's been between drops for any one hold or any one combo?
In gold?
In general.
I don't know if I have in general. I can tell you
Well,
gold though, because I got the chart. It was 28s and it was 34 cycles. And the next time, oh wait, no, the next time is now. Yeah, that's I guess a 35 technically last time.
Wow.
So it could be a while longer, but I think we'll get one. Just not going to chase it. So if there's a cycle though, you see that basically every drop here has a 28 in it except the 27. So is that 13 out of 17? If you accept that, you'll get 125 and not miss both. You can take it this cycle and probably have an okay strat, unless the other one's like a 30. It happens sometimes.
Yeah. Well,
but yeah, it's there. It's gonna happen sometime, but who knows? You look a little silly if it didn't happen another 9 cycles though. But that'd put it right at the end of the year. So it technically fits the ideal that we're trying to say. It's going to happen once a year.
Right.
So. I think that covers most of it.
The only question we got was about splits from Darren.
I don't think you can predict those anymore. We've not had one this cycle, and we only had one last cycle. It was in Diamond. It's a guess. I'd recommend you just run 2 tags and you split both, and they kind of balance each other out to where you also cover the main one. But if you got one, do what you want.
Yeah.
No, it's one of those things. I don't know how you're supposed to guess it because it's pretty random.
Right.
Answer is just run more tags. That's literally it. If you want to get it right.
When all else fails, add more strategies.
Mm-hmm.
That's the ghost. And I think we can announce too that I'll be doing a special iron and steel workshop where all I tell you to do is play whatever dropped in gold last cycle.
And you'll be right
My gift.
40% of the time. That's gonna happen in one of the two.
Better than I'm doing.
Yeah.
Oh.
Here it is. It's weird because like you really think it's gonna be it just goes in these little like streaks. Like you see, we had 3 in a row where it happened, and then you're convinced, but then there's 4 where it doesn't. As soon as you kind of relaxed on that, though, you see it happen 3 out of 4. If we believe it's going to stay clustered, though, we might go for a little trip here and use it in the next couple. So maybe that's a theory to look at next cycle. We'll see if you're right. No, I tried to look at this for a while to see if there's any patterns.
Yeah.
And I haven't really brought it up in a while because I find there's nothing anymore. It's pretty random.
Yeah. Well, we can safely keep away from 29, 26 for a little while.
You think so?
Has it dropped since?
I thought it did. Did it? No, it didn't. Actually, it's not. Yeah.
See, if I was them, I would have had a play right away to get back on the horse. Otherwise, watch not play. Oh,
well, if it's unless it's gonna, we typically don't do 2 cycles ago. No gold, no diamond, no jade. So does that mean bronze is going to break the 2 cycles ago rule that we try to use? Like there's one option, right? So.
Oh boy.
Again, I'm not in bronze, but yeah, there's a bronze tip for those that are. But I don't know. I mean, they technically use 3 cycles worth, so maybe it goes an extra 1 or 2 here.
Right.
But I don't know. Tough to predict. It's based on what we think about how they drop, so many times a year on average and stuff. It messes that up a little bit. So it's probably we'll have a couple more blanks, but
okay. Well, questions answered. So we'll have to see what happens. And again, remind me not to go all in on a drop.
No, what do you mean? You mean like one
particular combo, like 29, 28 or 28, 27 or whatever. Yeah.
I try to keep at least 2 different off of this list, but sometimes I go 1 because I would still prefer to have at least double the amount of backs as I do fronts.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think we're pretty much covered everything, right?
I think that is.
Did I forget anything? Should be a big cycle. This is a cycle for the Black Widow leagues, where the boys aren't too pay-per-view. The results are based on this cycle. BRL Magic Bash write-up is in progress. I know actually Soul Survivor for the IWL for Derek's league. The matches are this cycle. Pretty sure. Yeah, because it's summer. So it'll be this cycle for the match decisions and then right up after that. And if you're in the IWL and you want to be in the Soul Survivor event, it's $1 per entry. So keep that in mind. I think that's it. Well, I'll take my souvenir item.
My only complaint, I've never found a shadow box that can fit those.
No?
Yeah.
Too
They're
much
slightly bigger than those old phone belts, like
an
inch bigger. And so there's just nothing I've found so far.
Yeah, it's now this one here I actually spent money to have a little upgrade when I got it, because I figured, well, I probably won't win this belt ever again. And I'm trying. But yeah, it's an awkward shape. and the leather bends, all that, but it's okay. So there it is. Well, I guess we'll have the countdown till Tuesday. Oh no, we should mention this actually.
Yeah, Wednesday.
Wednesday. It won't come out on Tuesday. It's July 4th, but make sure you get your stuff in on July 3rd. Don't miss the deadline because you were like, oh, I'll send it to them on Tuesday morning. They're closed.
Yeah, I
Kim's
think
got some fireworks off, and Johnny B's going to be running around with sparklers. So
they said they were going to try to process most on Monday still, right?
I think that's the plan.
And just finish up on Wednesday. So yeah, unless you want like a 4 p.m. gold drop on Wednesday and get those in on Monday.
I know, yeah. And that's actually my day off is Wednesday. So it's like, all right, whatever. But it's a big cycle. You can feel it. 502 is coming. This is a cycle. Oh, all right. So we're looking at 36 different backs or
Sure.
total combos.
Yeah.
So
yeah, 36 total. If you go with the green fronts, and then like I said, 1 or 2 decisions, you got it down to your 6 or 8 or however many you have. But
well, as long as the drops don't hit us like Sting hitting the table the other night.
I might go watch that.
You gotta watch Sting. I was talking to a guy at work who was also like in his 60s, and I was like, picture like you're stepping on a ladder and you're going to jump off. And what I don't get about AEW is like, you guys know what you're doing, but why are you putting a table out that far? You know he's not going to make it. Even if it was Darby, you wouldn't have made that probably. I mean, Darby's lighter, but even so, it's like that's a haul. It's a hell of a haul. So enjoy it. But yeah, we'll be back in 3 weeks, and hopefully it'll be celebratory of all my 501s. Gonna make the IWA report. All right, Mike. Well, thanks for pitching in. Have a good 4th of July, everybody. And we'll catch you next time.
All right. See you.
See you, man.